You are listening to Parking Lot Perspectives with Darin and Evan.
Welcome back to Parking Lot Perspectives episode
38.
38. It's been a couple months. We've had the holidays come and go. And as you can see, we have the team of Ryans with us.
We're back. They're back for a 28 years later reunion.
So we just saw 28 years later, The Bone Temple. And, it was shot at the same time as the other one. So, but, correct me if I'm wrong, different director. So Nia DaCosta. I don't know. We'll get to that in a second who they are, but it is 1 hour, 49 minutes long. It is rated R. There is a lot of
It's grisly. I thought it was grisly, and it's got quite a bit of nudity in it.
quite a bit of nudity, and yeah, there are some scenes that make you cringe. We did have this Ryan jump a few times, so that's good to know.
My seat shook.
It was a good
Seat
jump
shook.
scare.
It was not good. It was not good. So let's jump right into it. It is part of a trilogy. We found out that this movie, Danny Boyle signed on last January to direct the third episode in this, but it was shot at the same time as 28 Years Later that we saw last year that we kind of did not think it was great. Now, has your opinion changed at all? Because I know somebody in my immediate right might have. Did yours change?
Yeah, actually, I enjoyed it a lot more. this
Okay,
time around.
you sway with the wind.
All right.
Ryan.
Yeah, I've gone back and I've rewatched it twice since then, and I think it's excellent.
So, Evan, has you changed? No. Evan and I have not changed. That's why
But
we
we
don't
haven't
bring.
watched it again.
That's why we don't bring them back
wait,
in.
Oh, you were talking about the original.
Yes.
I thought
Yeah,
you were talking about this
original.
one.
No,
Oh, I'm
no.
so sorry.
All right, we'll edit
No,
that
I
back.
still-
Ryan, what do you think?
What do you think of 28 Years Later? What did you think of it? Yeah.
Didn't
Would
like
you
Eh.
change your opinion?
No.
No. Okay.
All right.
So only this Ryan on the right really changes, and he sways like the wind. So what can we say?
Right man on the right side.
Oh yeah, whatever. So
Who wants to take the plot?
Who
Why
wants to
don't
take
one
the
of
plot?
our special guests do it?
yes, special guest number 1.
Oh, me. Oh.
Special guest number 2. He's
What?
taking too long.
Cheat
What
sheet.
the?
Picking up where the last one left off. Right?
Boy, that's great. You want
Beautiful,
to elaborate
beautiful.
on that, Ryan? Number 1.
It ends.
Okay, the plot is this: that you've got Spike, the young kid Spike, who is Aaron Taylor Johnson's son, I believe, in the first one. He is now with the Teletubby Blondies.
The fingers.
The Fingers. Sorry, the 7 Fingers. And he is with them, and they are just going around trying to kill and maim, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're Satanists.
they're saying this. And you see Ralph Fiennes as Dr. Nelson is still at the Bone Temple, and he has found a partner in the zombie Samson, right? So he's trying to work with Samson, and he might have found a cure for the disease.
You're so good at this.
That's what my wife tells me every 6 weeks.
And then, for those of you who forgot Samson, we'll put an image up.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was a very interesting plot. I think if you're comparing it to the first, you can definitely, I think, Ryan, you said it, the cinematography, you could tell right away, it's not the same.
Could we just talk about the first 5 minutes? Was I the only one that got nauseous? I mean, that camera was just, it was shaky.
That's 28 years, that's how they do it, though.
This one seemed worse.
It's called a certain way that
It
they
didn't feel
film
too
it.
bad.
Oh man, I felt like my father-in-law. I mean, I was waiting to be yelled at being old, but it was.
Felt more standard, like what you normally see in cinema. Whereas I thought the first one was something special. I thought this was a lot more flat.
Hmm.
Right? It didn't have the same
That's fair.
breadth and
And it was boring.
oddity that.
And it was boring.
It-
Wow. So let's talk about.
Before we get to scores,
let's talk about the scores. Let's talk about
let's
the.
rip this apart. I
Let's
mean,
talk about the director, Nia DaCosta. So,
Candyman.
she
Candyman.
wrote Candyman. Yeah, The Marvels. She wrote The Marvels.
Sorry.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
A 5.5 that got.
Wow.
That's
So
lower.
all I could say is, I think this Ryan said it was a boring movie. I mean, the last 10 minutes I think are lead me to be excited about the next movie to come out.
Yes.
But the first hour and a half, hour and 35, I don't know. I thought it was very boring, and I could have easily fallen asleep if this one wouldn't stop jumping out of his chair. But things happen. So, anything about Nia DaCosta? What do we think? Did we like her directing?
I wasn't too upset with it. I was actually I was a little more fearful that it was gonna be way worse, to be honest.
I just don't think she brought anything special to it.
It was just
That's fair.
blah. It was,
Very blah.
Yeah.
but
There was one opening. Sorry, there was one scene when she cut up to the Bone Temple going this way. It kind of reminded me of Sinners with a long view.
Sure.
That was good, but just the shakiness of the camera at the beginning, I was not a fan. So, the cast of characters, we're not going to go over all of them because there's a lot of Jimmys in here. We're not going to do that. But I do want to focus on the main character, Jack O'Connell. He plays Sir Jimmy Crystal. Thoughts?
Also from Sinners.
yes, he's the.
Was he the vampire?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's a lead vampire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We
Good.
talked-
Okay, so what's your thoughts on Jack O'Connell? La la la.
He plays a good cult leader. To me, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I see why they're getting behind it. These his followers, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? He's a good motivational speaker.
You know what's wild? I thought at the very end of the last picture, he was really menacing. And the fact that like he starts to talk and become more human here, I think it killed it for me. What was otherwise kind of an interesting, cool character. Like the more that was like pulled back from that.
I like
See,
that.
I did like that, but I liked it because his verbiage that he used, like charity, was actually masochism, right? I mean, it was
Right.
just pure sickness. To where in the first one, I didn't get it, a whole thing with him.
Well, the way they introduced him in the first one, you didn't know what to
Yeah,
expect.
yeah.
Yeah, but I thought he did.
I-
I thought he was good in
I'm
this role.
happy they went the cult route. When there's 28 years of apocalypse, things happen like this, and this is a group led by a guy who's never seen past 8 what true life is.
Yeah.
He's just making it up as he goes.
Good,
But
yeah, good call. His vernacular is incredible. If he was the infection started at age 8, to your point, his vernacular is fantastic. The way he talks.
and he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So-
I think he actually plays it too well. I get a little nervous.
Yeah. So next up, we got a guy that was the young kid from the first 20 years later, Alfie Williams. So thoughts on this one, Ryan? I'll go to you first.
Yeah, sure. No, I think that the thing that kind of kills me about that is he wasn't given as much to do. And I think he carried the entire other film. And I think he did it really well. And to
I
have
like
him
that.
kind of relegated to just making faces and being scared the
He was
whole
a side
time,
character.
It didn't really... There wasn't anything there. There wasn't any, like, building of the character.
Mr. Ryan.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah.
Guy was there.
Ev?
I agree. The way we talked about him with our first review of the 28 years later, he was a great actor, up and coming. Not saying he was bad at acting in this, but they didn't give him a chance, and maybe that's Nia DaCosta's fault.
Good. Wow. What about Ralph Fiennes? He plays, Dr. Ian Kelson.
It's his movie.
What'd
Is
you
that
say?
good or bad?
It's his movie.
It's his movie. Yeah,
He makes it great, in my opinion. loved
I
every scene he's in.
I enjoy every scene he's in.
I agree 100%. Every time Ralph Fiennes is on, it's just
It's Voldemort, the Dark Lord.
So there's a time in this movie where
They refer to him as the Dark Lord.
and Evan just starts.
I thought it was about to come out with the wand.
But he owns. You're right. Every time he's on screen, he just makes it very, very good. So I think we all agree there. Now,
and not the
go ahead.
the trailer. I didn't know where they were
What
going
the
with it.
hell
And
was
even
the
the
trailer?
poster, right? The
Yeah.
poster is him looking like a psychopath. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So when you see this, it all makes sense.
Yeah. So the guy playing Samson, I do want to talk about Chi Lewis Perry. So he's a big guy. Just FYI, and I don't mean that intentionally for
Yeah, you do.
Queso, who might be watching us out in Amarillo,
Look at
Texas.
this photo they got of him.
Every shot of this guy. So I thought he did a pretty good job. I like his morph,
He was in Running Man,
the character.
the new Running
Oh
Man.
yeah, he was good in the new Right Man. I thought his character, was good. I thought he did a good job. He doesn't have a lot of lines, folks, to be honest, but
But if you don't have any lines and you can act with your face like that,
yeah.
I think the guy was great.
Okay.
Because there's emotional scenes. It's not just blood and gore like we got with the first one, I think. With
Which
him.
are the better pieces of this film, I think.
Well, that's what they're trying to capture.
All right, so that's really the cast because we could go into all of the Jimmies, and I really don't want to do that because they get
There was
Anyways.
one Jimmy that I recognized, but we could skip that Jimmy.
Is the Jimmy the one who saved the guy?
The girl
Aaron
Jimmy.
Kellyman?
Girl Jimmy. Jimmy Ma.
Jimmy Inc?
Hold on.
There were a lot. There were quite.
So, folks, just so you understand what we're talking about,
No, Emma Lard. She's
there
in,
is Jimmy Shite, Jimmy Ink, Jimmy
Oh.
Jones,
She's
Jimmy
that girl from-
Snake,
Mayor of
Jimmy
Kingstown.
Jimmy,
That's how I know her.
Jiminia,
Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Fox. There's a lot of Jimmys.
Jana
in
would
this.
know her. Emma Lard from Mayor of Kingstown.
So,
Oh, isn't
was
she in
Love
Jimmy
Interest.
Stewart.
She's in the Marvel, one of the Marvel shows. Like,
So, what we
What's her
failed to mention was we saw this. It comes out tomorrow, so this is Thursday evening, the 15th, and
Well, they invited Parking Lot Perspective.
of course they have to. I mean, we have our own reserved seats. So right now on IMDb, it's a 7.7. We'll talk about that in a second. What about the score? What do you guys think about the score?
Any film that has Duran Duran in it automatically gets a bump for me. So
yeah, I like the music choice they have there.
They nailed it. And I think we said the same about the first one as well. I think the music draws you in. There's weird scenes, but it just makes it better that they're playing a song that everyone knows. And there's a scene, not going to give too much away here, but there's some good music played towards even the end of this film.
The Iron Maiden?
All of it.
All of it. I would agree. Let's talk about special effects real quick. So there, on the way home, Ryan was talking about the gore. I thought it was well done to the point where you saw, but you didn't see. I think there's a lot of things implied. There was some gross things as well. But I think most of the gore was okay. Thoughts?
But yeah, it left it up for your imagination to figure out what's gonna happen next, for sure.
I think it's more violent than the other one is. I thought it was more graphic.
I would probably agree now that I think about it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't rewatch it and change my opinion like you did to make it a great film, but I agree.
It unlocked for me. Sometimes you gotta let something
could've
sit
stepped
for a
it
little
up.
while.
They could have stepped up.
Any Walking Dead fans in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terminus, that scene with cannibals.
Yep.
There was a moment that
There was a
reminded me of
moment.
that
There's a
in this, and it's very gory. I love gore. They did not hesitate in this one. I think they actually could do a little bit more, but
Evan does like a lot of gore.
it doesn't bother me.
And it doesn't bother me now, except there was a scene in here where I was not watching. So, like I said, 7.7 is the current user review score. That's out of 2.6 thousand people already that have given it. So, we want to keep these short, brief, but get you guys some information so you can click like, follow, subscribe. But let's go to Ryan, number 1. What's your rating?
I'm gonna give it probably 6 out of 10.
6
It was
out of 10.
okay. It wasn't. I'd say it was a little bit better in my opinion than the last one.
Okay. Ryan, number 2.
5.
I'm sorry, what?
5.
Now, will this mean that you need to rewatch this so this becomes a 10 like you did the first one?
No, because I was bored by this. That's the cardinal sin of movies
So
for me.
Ryan sat next to me during this movie. He didn't move one time. I look over. This Ryan's jumping. I'm moving all over. Evan doesn't tend to move a lot. Ryan does not move one iota.
I was in it.
You were in it, and it was boring as hell. So what'd you say? 5? 5 out of 10?
5 out
But
of
to
10.
your point, it's not. You can't rewatch this and it gets better. It's always going to be boring, and blah.
It's a good call.
Yeah, it would be harder for me to revisit than the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Ev?
just rewatch the first one again.
There you go. Ev?
I'm gonna go with a 5.5 here.
Wow.
There's a lot of good music. The cinematography was lacking, which I think drew my score up on the first one. Having that taken away, Danny Boyle's not here. Let's just bring on the third one. I think that's what I'm waiting for.
Shocker that I'm actually going to give it a 7. And here's why.
Is it shocking?
Is it shocking? Here's why. My daughter says I'm easily entertained. On this one, they did have the conversation with Ralph Fiennes' character and Jimmy Crystal. So you understood why he was the way he was. So I liked how they kind of brought that to fruition. He talked to Samson. You saw what he was doing with Samson. Possibly a cure for the infected. I kind of like it. I loved the music. To your point, Ryan said, any film with Duran Duran. I don't know what that means, but I do like Duran Duran. But the way they did the ending, the last 10 minutes of this, I did not care for the first 1 hour and 39 minutes. I can tell you that. But the last 10 minutes makes me excited to see the next movie. So for me, that's a 7 because I think it closed some loops. The cinematography could have been a little bit better, but the score was spot on. And at the very end, Evan's like, that's the Call of Duty zombie score. So right there, I have to bump it up.
Yeah.
I have to bump it up.
You're absolutely right. 10 minutes, I think you guys can all agree to. The last couple of minutes of this, it just makes you want to see the last one. And I did not feel that with the first one. I wanted to
100%.
get the hell out of that theater.
Very true.
When the Teletubbies came in and
That is
started
very
fighting.
true.
So what a turn of events. I'm excited for number 3. Maybe it's going to top them all, and I'll give it an 8 or a 9, and
We'll see
go
what
from
happens.
there.
But hey, folks, just once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, follow, tell all your friends. Thanks to Ryan and Ryan for joining us. I love that they joined us and we could see the second part of this movie. I thought that was really cool. Hopefully they can join us more. Ev, anything else as we move into 2026?
I'm excited, Darin. We're back at it. It's the first one of many of this year. Let's do it. A couple things coming on streaming. Maybe we'll check out your movie room in here versus AMC. But our seats worked at AMC today, and that made us happy.
First time we actually could recline.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Actually, Ryan didn't know his seat reclined. I had to tell him.
It's been a while.
I think he broke it after he jumped a few
Yeah,
times. I'm just saying. So
it didn't go back down. But that's it. Looking forward to the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.